Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today's video is reviewing round 18, which is the last round of the AFL before finals. So there'll be a couple of interesting games we're going to get to talk about. So without further ado, let's get straight into it, yeah? We've got an exciting round ahead, so let's do it. So the first game that we're actually going to talk about today is North Melbourne versus the Eagles, which is not going to be a contest of a game. North really have nothing to play for. Well, actually, that's probably a lie. They have a chance to try and get themselves from finishing last because they're second last. And if the Crows somehow win, then North could be on the bottom. So look, for North, it is a big game. It's a do or die for them to finish bottom or not. But we'll have to see how the other results sort of go. And then you've got the Eagles. It's a big game for the Eagles. I think the Eagles are sitting in fifth. So this is a chance for them to get to that top four with a win. And you'd think the Eagles should get the job done. You just think that they're going to be too strong. The Eagles have been a powerhouse team this year. Yeah, they've been inconsistent, lost a couple, losing to the Dogs a couple of weeks ago. Wasn't good for them. But yeah, so I think they'll still finish in top four. I still think they're going to do something there, but we'll have to wait and see. Then another big crunch game is the Giants versus St Kilda, which it's a massive, massive game because even the next game as well, we may as well talk about the two of them at the same time because they're both mammoth games, especially for the Giants and Demons there. Because if Saints can lose or Saints lose and the Giants win, they have a shot at making finals. But if that's the case and if the Giants win, you've just got to hope that the Bombers can beat the Demons, which is unlikely. But I think the Saints, unfortunately, will beat the Giants. The Saints have been in better form. And the Giants have been inconsistent. Losing to Melbourne last week really hurt our finals chances, but really just hurt in general. Because it wasn't like we played bad. We played really, really good football, aggressive football. So, yeah, I think the Saints will do the job. I just think that Giants are just not up to it this year. We're not going to make the finals, which is annoyed. I read a couple of articles during the week that Cornelio, with him getting dropped, he was angry about it, frustrated, disappointed. But look, hopefully we'll bring him back this week. And if we can get the job done, fantastic. But then we've got to hope that the Demons lose. So Saints to win. I'll go with the best players for these games. I'll go with it's a tough. I'll go Kennedy to be best on ground for Eagles. And I think Max King, I'm going to go for St Kilda. I think he'll have a good game if he's in this week. I think he might play some good forward line. He might play well. Sorry, forward line made no sense before. Yeah, he might play well in the forward. He might take a couple and kick a couple. So let's go Max King. Then the big one, Bombers versus Demons. Come on, Bombers. Yeah, it's a big do or die. Like if the only other way that you hopefully with the Saints winning and the Bulldogs hopefully winning too, it gets not Melbourne in the finals, which is something I'd like to see actually. But look, I think unfortunately to say that Melbourne should get the job done. Essendon have been poor the last few weeks. They haven't done much on the field or off it. They've really struggled. So look, Demons should get the job done. It's tough to say, but look, the only other way is if Demons win, then you've got to hope that the bloody Saints can win. Because if the Saints win, it pretty much secures Melbourne and the Giants no finals. But I think the Demons to win, Petrarca will be outstanding. Even Gawn will be good, I think. And then our next game is the the Crows taking on the Tigers. We already spoke about that other game. Interesting. So the Crows, the Tigers, it's going to be another nothing game. I don't know because the Crows have won the last three on the trot, so they do have a chance against the Tigers. I know that's tough to say, and if somehow the Crows were to beat the Tigers, it'd mean that the Crows would not finish on the bottom of the ladder and they wouldn't get their first wooden spoon in history. So, but I still think the Tigers will be too strong. The Tigers' forward line's elite. You got still Jack Revolt, who's inconsistent, but he's doing some well, and Lynch being in there. I heard today that Shai Bolton will be rested this week due to a corky in his calf. So that will be an interesting task. But we'll just have to, just wait and see what happens. Because it's got some good games so far of footy. But I think the Tigers get the job done and Lynch to be best on ground. But yeah, there are a couple of interesting games. You've got West Coast to get top four, Giants or Saints to think. I'll put it out there that if the Giants don't make finals, I'm going to go for the Saints to get up. I want this if the Giants do not make the finals, yeah, I really want the Saints to get up there. So go the Saints if the Giants lose, but if the Giants get in, it's all about the Giants, I guess. And then yeah, the Demons and Bombers. What a game we've spoke about. Like that's going to be an epic. Those two will be such a good game. Even the Crows versus Tigers might be better than we think. And then we'll talk about the last game, and then we've got some more after that. We've got a lot of footy to talk about tonight. It's going to be a ripper, isn't it? So then we've got the Lions take on the Blues. You'd think the Lions get the job done. Blues have been not in form lately. They've lost the last few, which has been disappointing because they still mathematically had a chance a couple of weeks ago to get to the finals. But yeah, not anymore. It's put to bed with a couple of losses. And the Brisbane, they've been a bit inconsistent lately. They've won, but they've only just won. They've only just got over the line, which is it's still good. But I'm going to keep the prediction that if the Lions get to the grand final, I think the Lions will win it because it's at their home deck in Queensland. So yeah, we're going to go to that. So that's going to be I think the Lions to win and best on ground. I don't know. Eric Hipwood. Let's give him a crack again. He's been inconsistent. He's let me down. So hopefully he's not going to let me down this time. Oh boy. So let's go to the internet. Back to this internet quickly. Give me a sec. Because let's scroll down to our next couple of games. So it might be a bit fuzzy that we're doing it, but that's okay. Where did our background go? Whoa, what have we done here? We don't have a background anymore. Whoop, we've got a background back. Sorry about that. I'm still trying to learn the ropes of this whole system here. I'm not still too good, as you can see. We went blank for a bit, but we're back. So let's get on. Let's continue on. The show must go on. So we've got the Hawks and the Suns. I think this is actually going to be a ripper game. You'd want Hawks to finish on a high. You really want them to do well. I want to see them do well a little bit better here and there. You don't want a premiership side from 3 years on the trot, 2013, 14, and 15, finishing third last. And then you've got the Suns, which are another team that needs a win desperately, and just to try and get some momentum maybe for next season. But I'm going to go the Hawks. I want the Hawks to win. Hawks need the win, I think, more than the Suns. So I'm going to go the Hawks. Jack Scrimshaw, if he's playing best on ground. So he's just reading the ball so well. But you could also go Ben King for the Suns. I just think, the Suns have been good, very inconsistent. As I keep saying to you, they won the first couple of games and they just went plummeting back down to earth. So Hawks to win. Then Swans and the Cats. I think the Cats will get the job done. But look, as I keep saying about the Swans, they're very. You can't write them off because they seem to play some horrible games here and there, but then beat Melbourne and beat the Giants and rip some team apart. But I think Geelong will be absolutely too strong. I think Hawkins will be best on for that. I think he's almost in peak form of his career almost. He's just marking well, moving freely and moving well, and moving up the ground superbly. I don't think I've seen him move up the ground like he has in a long time. So Cats to win, and that will push Cats even higher. I think Cats could almost go all the way. And then the Dockers and the Bulldogs. I think this is a danger game for the Bulldogs. I really do. Because if the Bulldogs, if they lose and the Giants win, and even Melbourne win, there's a possibility that both of us could get to the 8, but it'd have to be a miracle. We have to pray. But I'd rather not have Melbourne there. I'd prefer the Giants over Melbourne, and I don't think many people want Melbourne to be good, eh? So, it's going to be an interesting game. I'm going to go the Dogs. The Dogs' midfield is just elite. You've got McRae, Bontempelli, you've got Liberatore, which sits there. Then their forward line is okay, but I think if Josh Bruce can fire a bit more, then I think they'll be a dominant force. So the Dogs to win, best on ground. That's a tough one. There's so many good. Let's go McRae. I think he'll do well this week. I think he's playing this week. Yeah, McRae. No idea. But it's just going to be interesting just to see what happens with it all. just what's going to go on with that sort of round, and especially this round. It's just such a great round. There's so much going on, and then the last game we finish is a ripper. This is almost one of the games of the round. Is the Pies and Power. It's like, man, Power sitting on top of the ladder. They're looking really good. Justin Westhoff, sorry, has just called his retirement today, so he'll be eager to play the finals, which he's in. Yeah, I think the Power to get the job done. I kind of want the Magpies to lose too. I don't want them to be in form when going into the finals. So I think, yeah, the Power to beat the Magpies, best on ground, Charlie Dixon. Yeah, no, Dan Houston. He's been good. Been really good. So yeah, let's go with the Power. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. All I've got, not time for. All I've got for round 18. I'll quickly just talk about the where the grand final's being held on the time. Like, because I'm still not happy. Like, as a Victorian, of course we want it in Victoria. It's been a tradition here for, oh, I don't know how many years it's been in Victoria, but it's going to go till 2058. But with the whole circumstances that we can't host it. Yeah, Queensland's a good destination. I hate it being at 7:30. I'm going to absolutely say I hate it. I just don't think a 7:30 grand final for Melbourne, and especially watching it at 7:30, is ridiculous. I don't like it at all. You keep it to the tradition of a 2:30 bounce, because it means you wake up in the morning, 10 o'clock, let's say, man, you got like 4 hours for the 4 hours to the grand final. You go to your mate's barbecue at 12, have a couple of beers before the bounce. But it's like now you're getting up at 10 and you're like, man, the grand finals will start until 7:30. And it's like you kind of get frowned upon, I think, if you started drinking at 12. But for Victoria, it's just a tradition of ours. Like I don't like it at all being 7:30, but it's in a different state, it's a different thing. So this will hopefully put it to bed. This will be, yep, grand final night done. Let's not talk about it again and let's never have one again. Because as much as, look, yeah, people are like, yeah, it's good. I'm like, no, I don't like it being at night. I just don't think it's going to be a good grand final at night. During the day, it's just so much better. It's just been tradition as well. I'm very traditionalist like that. I like it to be certain time and stay the same time. I prefer it to stay where it is, Melbourne, but unfortunately we cannot have it here. So, which is a shame because we are the best state when it comes to hosting sporting events in Victoria because we've got everything. And yeah, Queensland capacity. Yeah, look, I like it being in Queensland. I'm absolutely grateful that it hasn't been put into Perth, which is nice. So now I kind of just want Perth not to even host any finals. I want it to all be in Queensland or somewhere else because what Perth have been doing to AFL players, not letting them in, no, you don't deserve it. Sorry, Perth, but you don't. Yeah, so I'm happy where it is, just not happy with the time. But yeah, that's all I've got time for. The opening bounce, if you're going to watch this tonight, the opening bounce is tonight. I think it's 7:20 maybe 7:50, no idea. It's sometime in the after seven. It's sometime after seven. That's all I can tell you tonight. But yeah. So I hope you enjoy. Hope you enjoy this video. Hope you enjoy the round of 18. It's going to be a ripper. So I'll still make videos throughout the finals. We'll just see how it goes. I'll make a grand final day video. That will be good to see. But 7:30, yuck. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell people about it. I'm just trying to grow a little channel and I'm enjoying these videos. I enjoy making them. They're quite fun. So yeah, I hope you liked it. Please let me know what you think about it in the comments and I'll take it on board. But really appreciate it. So don't forget, the most important thing in this world right now is we need to smile, be happy, and just enjoy your life. And I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.